Good afternoon. We had someone log in with the last
Yes.
four digits 3355. Can you identify yourself,
Yes.
please?
Hi. Good afternoon. Rene Estrada here.
Mr. Estrada, good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Jaime,
Yes, sir.
can you send Commissioner Garcia the link for the meeting? He seems to be having trouble.
Yeah. That was going to be it for me.
Por favor.
Okay, Chairman, I just emailed it to him to his email directly. And just a link.
Has Pepe Council been in contact with you?
Has not made contact, sir, not today.
Okay.
Nick, good afternoon. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Good.
We need two more voting members, Chairman, to have quorum.
I'm making calls and sending texts, you know.
Yes, sir.
What's his name?
But I've got an old one, so that's what I'm going by. Can we use the same format as we did for somebody? Well, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm working on.
Good afternoon. We had someone log in with 0196.
For you tomorrow. Okay.
Good afternoon. We had someone log in with 0196. Can you please identify yourself?
It's me, Raul Gomez.
Big Dog, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Highway, how far off are we on quorum?
2 voting members.
We've got Ernie trying to get on, and we've got Hidalgo trying to get on. Commissioner Fuentes, I think Saul was gonna get on for him.
Yes, he did let me know he was gonna proxy if he couldn't make it, but I'm waiting for Saul.
Yeah, he just called me.
Okay, great.
I had to forward the invite, calendar invite to Commissioner Garcia, so he should be trying to get on.
I just sent it.
Perfect.
Thank you, Raul. For some reason, it's been challenging today, to get on.
Maybe because of the wind.
I don't know if we need to maybe look at another,
Maybe Teams.
maybe Teams, or I know that we have Google here that works pretty easy on our end. I don't know how it would work on everybody else's, but
Well, we'll try it. We'll try it, man. Okay.
I think Mr. is Mr. Deoy on?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, how are you doing, Doc?
Howdy.
Doc, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining.
And Saul should be coming on very shortly.
Perfect.
As soon as you get it, let me know, okay, Jaime?
Yes, sir. I'm looking at it. Yes, sir. Think Mr. Caso.
Está el viento cabrón, güey. Todo lo que se ve es pinche polvo, güey.
That's probably why.
Pepe, you on there?
Yes, sir.
All right, good.
I'll do that.
No worries. Chairman, whenever you'd like to start, sir.
Okay. We got a quorum? Jaime, could you please take the roll?
Yes, sir. Chairman David Garza,
Present.
Augusto Sanchez,
Present.
Commissioner David Fuentes. Commissioner David Fuentes. Mr. Daniel Lucio.
Proxy.
Yes, sir. He's on? Okay, great. Saul. Daniel Lucio did send an email. He wasn't gonna be able to make it today. He was traveling. Hudson Dewey,
Yep, I'm here.
thank you, sir. Mr. Joey Trevino,
Here.
Mr. Rene Estrada,
Present.
Mr. Joe Khalifa,
Present.
Mr. Jose Caso,
Present.
Mr. Ernesto Garcia, Commissioner Ernie Garcia, and Commissioner Raul Peña Jr. Chairman, we do have a quorum and we're ready to begin.
Thank you so much, Jaime.
Yes,
Good
sir.
afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to get through to me and get on the meeting this afternoon. We will first of all go to item number 3, which is review of any public comments that might have been received. Jaime, do we have anything to look at?
No, sir, not as of now.
Okay,
None received.
thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, we'll go to item number 4, which is discussion and action as appropriate. Consider approval of minutes from the previous meeting of February the 19th. Thank you for emailing those out to us, Jaime. I will ask anyone for any comment on that, any corrections, deletions, or additions that need to be made. Please express yourselves now, or I'll entertain a motion to approve. Is there a motion by anyone to approve the minutes as presented?
Second by Pepe Caso.
Thank you, Pepe. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those
Aye.
opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
I got Joe.
Uh,
Print them off. Is he on it?
We'll go to item number 5, which is discussion and update from Texas Water Development Board. I know we have, who do we have on there? We have,
Mr. Collins, Nick Collins.
Mr. Collins, yes. Nate, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Commissioner Garza. I only have a few updates as of today, since we had the meeting last month. TWDV sent out a February newsletter on February 21st. Topics included TWD flood planning staff updates, information on obtaining BLE information, and minor updates to Exhibit C. The newsletter is posted on our website, and I can provide that if membership would like. On February 28th, TWB sent out communication via email regarding updates on 2 key resources, the building data set and the infrastructure assessment toolkit. I also sent out an email to the sponsor and our y'all's tech consultant to make sure that information was sent or received. Please be sure to review these resources available on the TWD flood planning webpage. And then on March 14th, the updated existing conditions cursory floodplain data set became available for download on the Data Hub. And as of right now, that is all I have to update you on.
Dead, the autopsy revealed something even more unsettling. The presence of an
Not sure what that was. Please, everyone, if you can mute your phones if you're not speaking.
That was a previous meeting, okay? We did the autopsy already.
Well, we're glad everything came out all right.
Yes, sir. Still alive.
Still alive.
Nate, thank you so much. If you wish to put the updates on the chat box for everybody to have them easily accessible, that would be appreciated that you mentioned, okay? We'll go to any questions from anyone in regards to Nate's report. If not, we'll go to item number 6, which is approval and certification of administrative expenses incurred by the planning group sponsor, the Drainage District number 1 from Hidalgo County for the development of the regional flood plan. Jaime?
Nothing to present at this time, Chairman.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you.
No action necessary. Item number 7, review and discussion of public comments received on the draft 2023 Lower Rio Grande Regional Flood Plan amendments. Jaime or Ann?
I did not receive any public comments. We had some comments we received from the city of Weslaco on an FMX, and I'll touch on that during my presentation on Chapter 8, but I haven't received anything else. Jaime, have you?
Jaime, you there?
Sorry, Chairman. No, none received as of this time. No, sir.
Okay, so we'll review the ones that you received and during your presentation. Any others, comments from anyone? If not, we're gonna go ahead and go on to item number 8, which is the presentation of the draft 2023 Lower Rio Grande Regional Flood Plan Amendment. And
Yes, sir. I'm just waiting for permission to share. I think I just got it. Let me share my screen here. Not sure if you're seeing the right screen.
not yet.
Not yet. Let me try the other one. It's giving me multiple options here.
Well, while you're doing that, Ann, if any of you on the line think we need to move to a different option as to how we Zoom, Team, Google Meet, or whatever these meetings that you find more easily usable, please send a note to either Jaime or me, and we will consider what alternatives we can use, because I know we've had a little issue with this particular platform that we're on now.
Can you see what I'm sharing now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, great. All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm just going to give a brief update to present on the FMXs that were incorporated into the draft amendment after they were initially presented to you during our February meeting. Not too much has changed since we first presented these to you. There's a couple of minor modifications I'll briefly touch on and the comment we received that I mentioned. But most of this is kind of a repeat of what we presented last time, so we should be able to get through it pretty quickly. Let me advance. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start by presenting the draft 2023 Lower Rio Grande Regional Flood Plan Amendment number 2, mainly emphasizing the additional FMXs that were incorporated. And then we'll move on to agenda item 9, where we'll be requesting approval to adopt the draft plan, including some minor modifications that we're redressing as a result of the comments received. So overall, in total, we received 147 FMX submittals during this amendment cycle. It included 89 FMEs, 23 FMPs, and 35 FMSs. Of those 147 FMXs, we're recommending 135 of them to be adopted into the amendment. And so that includes all 89 of the FMEs, 11 of the 23 FMPs, and 35 FMSs. Regarding those 12 FMPs that were submitted and not being recommended, it's largely due to insufficient information to meet the minimum requirements, including lack of H&H modeling. A lot of that modeling is going on right now, but they weren't quite far enough along to include FMPs, but we'll be coordinating with those entities during the next cycle to get those incorporated in the 2028 plan. So the next few slides, I'm going to summarize the entities that submitted FMXs by category, being whether they were FMEs, FMPs, or FMSs, and I'll note the couple modifications that were made for the preparation of the amendment relative to what we presented to you in February. Starting with FMEs, and that was the largest category of submittals that we received. We have FMEs from 31 different regional stakeholders. The number of FMEs submitted by each one is listed in parentheses next to each community. As I mentioned, there were 89 total, and the map on the right of the slide shows the location of all those FMEs submitted. You can see that they're all located within Hidalgo, Willacy, and Cameron counties. In the FMP category, we're recommending 11 for inclusion in the amendment. These projects were submitted by the 5 different entities listed on the screen. There's 2 modifications to this slide from what was presented in the last meeting in February. First, the number of recommended projects for Hidalgo County Drainage District was reduced from 2 to 1 due to some pending modeling issues that need to be resolved. And we'll be working with the Drainage District to get those issues resolved and so they can be considered in the next planning cycle. Second, there was a project for Cameron County Irrigation District number 6 that involved elevating electrical controls for their river pump station. It was originally placed as an FMS, and then after some questions that were submitted to Texas Water Development Board, we ended up moving that into an FMP category. So that is a little change from what was presented in February, but we've already made all the necessary modifications to the documents to incorporate that shift. So all of the projects for the FMPs were located in Hidalgo, Cameron, and Valverde counties. They're shown on the map on the right-hand side of the slide. This next slide just shows the map up in Valverde County, since it didn't kind of fit in with the scale of the map on the other slide. For the FMSs, there were 22 Region 15 stakeholders submitting requests. Again, the number submitted per entity was indicated in the parentheses on the side. It was pretty much 1 for all of the entities except 14 for Hidalgo County Drainage District. And similar to the FME submittals, they were all located within Willacy, Cameron, and Hidalgo counties. The slide breaks down the overall cost of implementing the recommended FMX by type, both in the existing 2023 regional flood plan and in the draft amendment. So looking at the FMEs, the previous cost of implementing all recommended FMEs in the 2023 regional flood plan was $227,172,167. And the new amended cost with the addition of the 89 new recommended FMEs is now $269,703,167. For the FMPs, the total cost in the 2023 regional flood plan was $968,383,868, with the amended amount based on the inclusion of 11 additional recommended FMPs is $1,262,757,163. For the FMSs, the previous total in the 2023 plan was $151,315,000, with the addition of the 35 proposed FMSs that were included in the draft amendment. This cost now totals $170,261,050. So overall, the total amended cost of implementing all recommended FMXs in the draft amendment totals over $1.7 billion, which is an increase of about $350 million from the 2023 regional flood plan. And since we posted the draft amended plan on the Region 15 website, I mentioned that we did get a comment or an inquiry on the status of a project from the city of Weslaco for a detention pond and storm sewer improvement. Upon further investigation, it was found that FMP was not included in the 2023 regional flood plan, and it needs to be incorporated into the amendment to facilitate some funding opportunities that the city will be pursuing. So since receiving this comment, we've been working on updating the required tables, figures, and database. And the addition of the project will add another approximately $20 million to the FMP cost, bringing that amended total cost to approximately $1.72 billion. This slide shows all the chapters of the 2023 regional plan that were amended in order to incorporate all of the recommended FMXs that were presented. The draft revised chapters were posted to the Region 15 website, along with a summary document and amendment document based on the guidelines provided by Texas Water Development Board. The summary docs is just a brief 2-page summary that generally describes what elements were revised in each chapter of the report. And then the amendment document provides more detail on that, including showing all the revised tables, figures, and text. So it just kind of provides a summary of everything that was amended in the chapters, how the numbers in the table changed, how the cost changed, how the exposure analysis changed. So before we move on to agenda item 9, that's all I really have to present on the amendment. Does anyone have any questions about any of the material that's been presented, or any questions if you've had a chance to look at the posted documents?
And I know we have one question, and I'll let Augusto ask you the question, who's sitting here with me in my office.
Sure.
Well, yeah, I think we exchanged a few emails and regarding this, I think it would be very beneficial. I tried to log on the Texas flood map as you suggested, and I couldn't find that level of detail. So it would be very beneficial if we can have in the Region 15 website like an interactive map with all the stuff that is in all the FMEs, all the FMXs, geolocated. And this is because I've gotten inquiries of different entities that are trying to implement different projects, and they're asking the county if there's any conflicts with current plans or projects that we have. So having that handy, where I can have an interactive map with a pin or a polygon where I can zoom in and then have more information on that particular project on that area, that will help us to avoid conflicts in different projects, whether it's transportation, drainage, and utilities and whatnot, and have just that information more handy. But it's a suggestion for the group.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense and it would be really useful. I'm sorry that the other site on Texas Water Development Board didn't work out with you. Maybe we can set up a virtual call separate from this meeting and go over that, and I can kind of see what you're looking for, and if I'm able to help resolve that. But regardless, I think that is a good suggestion, and it's something that we'll look into and discuss more and see how we might be able to accommodate that. We do have that interactive map already in our survey and data collection tool that was issued, so maybe there's an opportunity to incorporate the FMXs in that tool. But let me look into that. But on the side, maybe you and I can get on a call, after this meeting or sometime in the next few days, and so I can kind of get a better idea of specifically the level of detail you're looking for.
Sure.
Okay, that would be good. And if we could do that, because I'm sure that as more and more projects are being brought to the table, there can be duplication, there can be overlapping. And I think what we need to make sure and create with all these different projects is have synergy and have each other complement each other instead of do the same thing twice.
Agreed. That's a great idea. Yep.
Okay. That was the only comment we had on this particular presentation. Anyone else have any other questions or comments? I hear none, so we'll go ahead and move to item number 9, which is the requesting of the approval to adopt the draft 2023 Lower Rio Grande Regional Flood Plan Amendment and approve for Region 15 consultant to respond accordingly to all subsequent requests.
Yeah, so just to kind of expand real quick on that, the draft amendment documents were posted to the Region 15 website for public review on March 12th to meet the 7-day posting requirement. I mentioned the comment we received from Weslaco and how we're incorporating that additional FMP into the amendment. So we're requesting that the RFPG adopt the amended plan, including the pending document revisions resulting from the addition of that Weslaco project. And as a reminder, an adopted plan amendment needs to be submitted to Texas Water Development Board by April 1st in order to meet the deadline requirements for amending the 2023 Regional Flood Plan.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Khalifa made the motion. Who seconded, please?
Saul.
Saul, thank you so much, Saul. Any questions or comments in regards to amendment number 2? If not, all those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries and amendment number 2 is approved. And you can accordingly forward all documentation and make sure that we get it in on time, you know.
Will do, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Public comments. Anyone from public other than us that are here that have been on so far wish to address the regional flood planning group at this point? Jaime, have you had any requests come to you?
No request via phone call nor website, Chairman.
Okay, thank you, sir. The only request I had was we had one of our members, Mr. Trevino, say that maybe it's time for us to meet in person at some point in time, which probably would be a good idea to do that. I do want to express to the group that if anyone ever wants to meet in person or be at a meeting in person, they can always join us at our county offices at 1390 Expressway 83 here in San Benito. We sit in a room that's a conference room, and we would more than welcome anyone wishing to come join us at the conference room while we have the Zoom meetings. But I will visit with Jaime in Drainage District number 1, and I think it's time possibly that we would have like a meeting at some point in time where all of us could get together in one place, maybe in the Hidalgo area since it's more central, and do an in-person meeting for all of us. And of course, we can always include the option for some of our folks from further away to get online and join us. But thank you, Joey, for bringing that to my attention, and we will definitely consider it, okay? Date and agenda for the next meeting. Jaime, do we have any set deadlines that we need to address for setting a meeting at this point? Or can we wait and send out an email?
I believe we can wait and send out an email. And do we have any deadlines that we need to meet before?
Nope, I think that should.
This would suffice. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, so
Chairman,
then we won't announce a meeting without knowing when we have the next line that we have to meet. But we will take into consideration the comments made, Mr. Trevino Bayou, and we will maybe as soon as we have something that is required of us to have a meeting on, we will do that. And I'm sure that Drainage District number 1 would be more than happy to host us for a lunch meeting over there somewhere.
yes, sir. We have a new training facility that should be ready by May or June of this year. So we'd be excited to host our Region 15 committee there.
Yeah, I'm aware of the new building, and congratulations to you all.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys.
So any other comments or discussion that anyone wishes to make at this point? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
So move.
Second by me. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion. Thanks everyone for joining us this afternoon, and some of you can go back to a nap. Some of us can go to a nap. So have a good afternoon, guys, okay?
Thank you all.
Take care.